What the fuck is going? My sports junkie family, I miss y'all niggas. I haven't been making no videos. The summer's been stretching out so long, but as y'all know, football is 2 weeks away, so we gotta start locking in. And next week, I'm gonna start dropping these videos every single day, starting with that college football, then that NFL, and soon the betting video is gonna come through, and we're gonna sweep the fuck up, just like last season. But I had to get this fantasy out there because I know y'all boys about to be drafting soon, so I felt like this video is for if you want a guide for some sleeper players, some sleeper defenses, things that, like, if you are stumped and you see this video, you might see a player that you might want to take if you don't know which way to go during certain times in the draft, because you only have about 30 seconds to a minute to draft these players. So I felt like this is a good video. And as y'all know, all this game is free. So fuck with me. And with these players right here, I'm gonna start 1 through 5 for every position besides kicker. So we're gonna start with the quarterback. We're gonna get this shit jumping, and we're gonna move the fuck on. And we gonna kill shit this whole season. Always fantasy betting any which way. It don't fucking matter. So let me get straight into it. And we're gonna start with quarterback. And my first quarterback is going to be Kyler Murray as the most sleeper dangerous quarterback on the market. And you could probably get him round 8, round 9, round 10. So if you like to take those quarterbacks later on in the rounds because you want to stack up on them skill positions, Kyler Murray is one that should be a red alert SOS if you see him available late in them rounds. Now, with Kyler Murray, as we know, he did not do very well last season. He only played 5 games. He was injured. But as we've seen in the Seahawks game, he showed a little flashes. He made a little comeback till Seattle beat them with no time left on a field goal. But as you know, with Kyler Murray, he has all the tools. He has all the athleticism. He has the touch. He has the deep ball. He has the intermediate. Well, the intermediate, he's a little shaky. But with the Vikings, he's going to have the best receiving core that he's ever had. And he's going to have one of the best defenses that he's ever had. The Cardinals failed him with a supporting cast. Marvin Harrison Jr. not really showing out as much as he could. He dropped a lot of easy balls. But with Kyler, surprisingly, he's actually won me a fantasy league before in the past. I think it was 2021. He actually won me a fantasy league. He is completely talented, as you know, and people are going to sleep him. So if you're not looking for that Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson in round 2, round 3, Kyler Murray is a great quarterback to start off with. And I got the list here so y'all can see early ahead. But my second quarterback, Cam Ward, I feel like he's going to have a major breakout this season, in part to getting Carnell Tate, which is going to be on my list for sleeper receivers as well. Then you got Wan'Dale Robinson, who is a great slot receiver target, and he did very well last season in fantasy and in real life too. And you got Alec Iomanor, Calvin Ridley. He's going to have a huge, tremendous leap. I see a lot of Mahomes-esque vibes with Cam Ward. He can throw it, sling it 60, 70 yards. He can sling it over his body, sideways, however you want. He can get that ball out. And I feel like with the experience from last year, this team gotten better. And Titans are going to be a dangerous team in the AFC South. So don't be surprised when Cam Ward makes that leap, sophomore slump. He's going to be the best sophomore quarterback in the league. And I could see him being top 10 for sure. So you got Cam Ward. Then you got Tyler Show. He is a demon. And I'm not going to lie, when the Saints drafted Tyler Show, a lot of people were scratching their head. I was scratching my head. I was like, what are they thinking, bro? Taking Tyler Show over Shador. But he is mini Josh Allen, bro. He can run the ball. He has great touch. He knows how to win games. You've seen that stretch with the Saints last year. The last 7, 8 games, they went on a good winning streak. And this year, I do have a feeling that the Saints could end up winning the NFC South, bro. I honestly see it, and Tyler Show is going to be the one behind it. So if you want that good dual threat quarterback in them later rounds, at round 8, round 9, Tyler Show's available, you might want to take him because he's going to have a good schedule as well. So he's gonna have third place schedule, I believe. So he's going to be playing a little bit worse teams than some of these other quarterbacks. And he is a demon. He's going to make a leap. So I believe in Tyler Show. And I will be trying to get him on my team for sure. Then, as you know, quarterback 4, Bryce Young. And he just keeps making a leap year in and year out, bro. He went from 2024, only 2,400 yards. 2025, only 3,000 yards. That means 2026, I see him going 35, 4,000 yards. They have been improving on every facet of this team, bro. And it's sad to see Chris Brazil got hurt and he tore his ACL, is going to be out for the season. But McMillan is a fucking demon, bro. Coker is a demon, bro. I love to see what Bryce Young is doing, bro. I'm cheering for this man. And he is looking like the clear and away best pick over CJ Stroud right now, bro. He almost beat the Rams in the playoffs. And he finds his way to be clutch, bro. He's one of the most clutch quarterbacks in the NFL, and you wouldn't believe that, bro. He always finds a way to squeeze one out in a competitive game versus good teams, bro. He's beat good teams. Last year, he beat the Packers as a 14-point underdog. He beat the Rams as a 14-point underdog. And he almost beat the Rams again in the playoffs. Wild card. Don't sleep on Bryce Young. He's going to make another leap. And then, as my 5th quarterback, Malik Willis, bro. He hasn't had much of a sample size because he's always been behind Jordan Love. But I feel like Malik Willis, I've watched him in college at Liberty. He has a great arm. He has a strong, deep ball. And he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the league, bro. So for him to get his shine in Miami, he's going to be one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in fantasy, bro. He's going to be running all over the field, and he's going to be able to make them deep throws. Miami, they don't really have no star-studded receivers over there, but don't sleep on their weapons, bro. I do feel like they got some under-the-radar talent over there, and Malik Willis, he can make the most of it, especially because of how he has a Lamar-esque skill set. You feel me? I'm not saying he is Lamar, but he has a similar skill set, even though he is a little bit smaller. So with him being so fast, it's going to make defenses not going to want to play up on that, bro. And then you got A-Chain back there too. They're going to want to play up on all that shit. So he's going to be bombing away. Malik Willis, my 5th quarterback sleeper. All these quarterbacks is good for them late rounds. Now, let's get on to the running backs, man. And my number 1 running back sleeper, Quinshon Judkins. He's not that much of a sleeper because he did do good. He did kind of melt down at the end of the year. A lot of people know his name, but in fantasy, most 90% of fantasy players, they take those running backs early, bro. Lightning fast, bro. And running backs get hurt a lot. So if you end up taking best player available, you reach for that JSN and that Justin Jefferson, that George Pickens, or you reach for that Josh Allen, and all of them running backs is gone by the time you pick again and you need a running back. If Quinshon Judkins is there, you want to take him as soon as possible, bro. I do feel like he's going to start making that leap. He's going to get a little bit better. He has all the skill sets. He was raw at Ohio State. He was raw. I forgot what other school he went to, but everywhere he goes, he shines. And I love his skill set. Now, for the number 2 running back, Bashal Tutin. He's a fucking burner, bro. And he's going to get his time now. Now that ETN is at New Orleans, he's going to get his turn to get all them bulk load of carries. And he is a good pass catcher out of the backfield. And Trevor Lawrence, he's going to get him the ball. So I do feel like if, all them running backs is gone, you need some depth. You need that running back 2, running back 3. If Tutin is there, which if you're picking a 3rd running back, if he's still there, you better click him with speed, bro, because he's going to get took. And I believe in him, bro. He showed a little bit of flashes on some of them runs. So, number 3, Jadarian Price. And this is a huge boom or bust project. But with the Seahawks, as you know, Kenneth Walker is gone. He is on the Chiefs now. So that running back 1 void is there. And I know the Seahawks, I don't know why they love Charbonnet so fucking much. But Jadarian Price could take the top off and go. He can just run, bro. And if he shows them flashes, if he can hit them home run plays, he's going to take that RB1 spot. And if Jadarian Price takes that RB1 spot, you got a league winner. he is a gem. He is a league winner, and I'm calling it right fucking now. So if you can get Jadarian Price at a running back 2 later on, as a lot of the top quality running backs are gone, he is a great risk to take, and I would take it all day long, even though he hasn't proven shit yet. But we will see. And then Kyle Monangai, he was a waiver gem last year. If you picked him up, I know you had a good season. I know you were cooking. I had him on my team, then I dropped him, and that was one of the dumbest shit that I could have ever done, bro. Because this man could legitimately take that running back 1 spot, bro. He knows how to hit them holes. He knows how to punch it in when necessary, bro. He's similar, like Swift and Monongai is similar to that Montgomery Gibbs 5, even though they both aren't as good as them two were. But I can see Monongai taking that running back 1 spot. Swift gets hurt a lot. He's a little bit smaller. And Monongai is a tank, bro. He could take a bulk load of carries. So be wary of him. I would definitely pick him up as a depth piece. Running back 3, running back 2. That's how I'm feeling. And then Jaden Blue and Mike Washington, both players, very risky, bro. But this is what we're here for. We're here to get them gems. Jaden Blue, he's going to honestly slip into that running back 2 role, bro. And he is a home run blazer, bro. So if he cleans up on them fumbles, he had some cautious fumbles last year. He didn't play too much, but the roster spot is open for him now, bro. And I can see I'm very high on the Cowboys this year. I know, like, Cowboys, they always on some bullshit, but I'm very high on the Cowboys, and I feel like Jaden Blue, especially if Javonte it gets hurt or anything like that, Jaden Blue could be such a gem, bro. Love his game, and I feel like he will get better. He learned from last season. And then Mike Washington, he can be a clear running back too, because GT has no backup over there that no one is really stunting. And Mike Washington is one of the fastest running backs to come out of the combine, bro. And I loved his game at Arkansas. Him and Taylor Green were a good backfield. Sadly, Arkansas, they don't know how to be competent, but they always have some good talent over there. And I feel like my Washington is a good gem to have, especially if GT gets hurt, bro. That running back room is wide open, and Mike Washington could be running back 1 for some time and can win you some games. So he will probably be on waivers. You won't have to really stunt. Jaden Blue will be on waivers too. So you don't really have to draft them. But I mean, if you have an open spot or if you need a running back depth, these 2 players are going to be good players to grab. Now, with my receivers, Carnell Tate is my number 1 receiver on the sleeper list. He's a demon. And everyone was just doubting him because he was behind Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah Smith, let me tell you this, bro. He might be one of the greatest receivers I ever seen. And my uncle ever seen, and my daddy ever seen, and my grandpa ever seen, bro. Jeremiah Smith is just different like that. But Carnell Tate is so nasty, bro. He has good hands, he has good route running, and he's going to be the clear receiver 1 for Cam Ward this year, bro. So if you can get Carnell Tate as your 2nd receiver, 3rd receiver, you're golden, bro. You are golden. This is going to be a league winner right here. I'm going to try to get Carnell Tate as soon as I can. I feel like he's going to have an Egbuka type of season last year, but actually carry it out, bro, because he's going to be their number 1 target. And I see Cam Ward going up his sophomore season, so that only means good news for Carnell Tate. Now, for my number 2 receiver, Matthew Golden. And with Green Bay, they lost a couple receivers. They lost Wicks. I feel like Matthew Golden, it's his time to shine, bro. He's going to have more targets, and he had a little bit of a down year in his rookie year, but he is just so nice, bro. He's so elusive. He can take it to the house, a home run hitter. And with the Packers, Jordan Love loves to spread out the ball, bro. He's not going to just target one receiver over and over and over. He's going to share to his 3, 4, 5 receivers, and Matthew Golden's going to be receiver 2 in that offense. So love Matthew Golden. If you can snipe him, get him as receiver 3, receiver 4, you're golden, bro. But no pun intended, mud. Now, Deshaun Stribling, bro. He is fucking nasty, bro. I've been seeing a lot of his workouts and a lot of his practice tape, and as you know, with the 49ers, their fucking whole team is fragile, bro. They're fragile as fuck, bro. And Deshaun's dribbling, he is going to shine. If any of those receivers are hurt, Ricky Pearsall already dropped. Debo Samuel's old. Mike Evans is old. If either of those receivers fall, dribbling is a gem. He's a gold mine. And he's got the frame. He's a tall, physical receiver. He got hands. He can head top. I'm telling you right now, dribbling, I will be trying to get him on my team. And he's going to prove some people wrong, bro. He's going to be one of them ones this year. Adonai Mitchell. And as you know, last year he got traded to the Jets in a Sauce Gardner trade. And he low-key started going off at the end of the season, bro. Adonai Mitchell, he's a burner. He's, getting better with those hands. He did make some crucial drops when he played for the Colts last season. But I do see him having an upwards trajectory. And Geno Smith, even though he had a bad season last year, he's still an experienced QB that knows how to get it in certain places if he has some time, bro. The Jets is a very talented team, and I feel like AD Mitchell is a great number 2 option behind Garrett Wilson. So he's going to get open, and he can take home run shots, bro. So I love AD Mitchell. If you can get him on your team for a depth piece, definitely go grab him. I don't think too many people are going to be looking for him. And then for Jacoby Lane, and I got Zach Branch, bro. Jacoby Lane, you've been hearing all the hype. In his practice, he's been making all these crazy catches, 360, this and that. But with the Ravens, as you know, they did just give Zay Flowers a huge contract. And then besides Zay Flowers, so they got Bateman. Bateman is not that good. I'm not going to lie. I love Jacoby Lane's game, and I do feel like he can take Bateman's receiver 2 spot if he's going to keep snapping like he's been in these practices. And he's tall as hell, bro. He's going to be able to make those contested catches. You're not going to be able to double him at all, bro. You got Lamar back there. You got Derrick Henry back there. And then you got Zay Flowers. And then you got Mark Andrews. You can't double him, bro. So if he's open, he's making them catches. He got literally fucking, I don't want to overrate it, but he's got crazy hands, bro. And then, as you know, Zachariah Branch, return specialist, can take anything to the house off a slant, off a bubble screen, things like that. He's always been super elusive throughout his college career. And I do feel like the Falcons, they do need more receiving options, bro, because you only have Drake London and Kyle Pitts that people are really afraid of. So that good slot receiver in Zach Branch is going to open up the field for them. I know you got Tua and Mike Penix as quarterbacks, so it ain't really no telling how them two are going to do, bro. It's kind of weird, but I love Zach Branch's like trajectory, bro. If Tua or Penix can get their head on a swivel and actually get the ball out and actually make drives, bro. Make competent drives, bro. So Zach Branch, a crazy sleeper. Now, done for my receivers, and we are here with the tight ends. And my number 1 tight end, Isaiah Likely. And he's not much of a sleeper. He's a known name. He's always been a demon on the Ravens, bro. People have always known that he was better than Mark Andrews. Like, let's be real. The past couple seasons, he's been going off, but he is very fragile. But that's the thing, though. Even though he is fragile, if he has a healthy season, he's going to be a top 3 tight end in the NFL, bro. Guaranteed. And Jackson Dart, he's going to be looking to dump it off. He's got a plethora of weapons over there. But Jackson Dart is going to have Isaiah Likely as a number 1, number 2, number 3 target. So, love Isaiah Likely's trajectory. And I do think he will be a top 3 tight end this season if he plays at his potential and stays healthy. And then you got Rondé Godson. And I feel like fantasy players, they know his name, but they're not reaching to get him off rip. But as we've seen, him and Justin Herbert started to build some chemistry throughout the season, bro. And I know his numbers aren't really that crazy, but I do feel like this year, the Chargers, they should start getting things clicking, bro. And Justin Herbert, he loves to throw that ball. So, as you know, they got Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnson. Hey, Godson's gonna be that number three target over there. Maybe even number two in some games, bro. He's a crazy mismatch. Like he's a tank, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So I love Aronde Godson as a number two sleeper as a tight end this year for fantasy. And then Kenyon Sadiq, bro, who is a huge boom or bust pick, but as you know, the best tight end in the draft last year, and he is a freak, bro. He's a like insane, bro. He's a burner. He can catch everything. He went crazy for Oregon last year. And if Geno Smith can be competent and have a brain this season, Kenny Sadiq is going to be there for all them short routes or all them mismatches. There's going to be so many mismatches for Sadiq, bro. Especially because you got A.D. Mitchell and Garrett Wilson over there, and you got Brees Hall in the backfield. I love his trajectory. I will be trying to get Kenny Sadiq on my team as my tight end, too. So, a great backup to have. And if he really goes crazy and ends up being a Brock Bowers type of prospect, then you're good, bro. He's gonna easily be your tight end one. So I love Kenyon Sadiq for sure. And then Eli Stowers, who was a very great tight end for Vanderbilt. He's a bench stash. Let's be honest, bro. Dallas Goddard, he's a reliable, great tight end. But Eli Stowers, if Goddard gets hurt, bro, Eli Stowers is there to take that spot. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I love the potential of Eli Stowers, even though you're gonna have to probably wait a while for him to play. So I wouldn't bank on drafting him. But if you have a space off the wire, what I can't speak the waiver wire, I would definitely try to take him, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. So we're gonna move on to the next one. Eli Raridan. If that's how you say his name, Eli Raridan. But he is a tank too. And he is a clear number two option in New England behind what's his name? Hunter Henry. So he's a great, great body, huge specimen, and Drake May knows how to get the ball to all his weapons. He knows how to utilize them, and Drake May, he's going to progress over and over and over, like throughout the season, bro. Every season, Drake May's gonna get better. He's just one of them ones. He had a Super Bowl run in what year two, bro? He's crazy, game. So I love him as a bench stash. Eli Ray don't start going off, so look out for him. And then for the defenses, I know this one is going to sting a little bit to some people because the Cowboys defense was so bad last year. But they overhauled the whole defense, bro. And Caleb Downs is easily the best defensive player out the draft. Cowboys got him. He has Hall of Fame trajectory. And then the Micah Parsons trade actually ended up winning in the Cowboys' favor. Re-signed Quentin Williams. You got Overshown over there. You got a good linebackers. I think they picked up a couple people in free agency. Bro, Cowboys, I'm actually very high on that defense. And if they can get that defense to actually click, Super Bowl contenders. And it sounds so cringe, bro. I'm not even a Cowboys fan, but Super Bowl contender written all over it. And I said it here first. Now, number two, the Carolina Panthers. And they just keep adding good pieces throughout the offseason, bro. They added Jalen Phillips. They added Devin Lloyd. They got J.C. Horn over there. They got Mike Jackson over there. They have no holes on this defense, bro. And they're only going to get better over time. So I love the Panthers trajectory, and I do think they are going to be, in that top 12 NFL teams this season. I do see them going upwards, bro. They're only getting better and better as time goes on. And Bryce Young is going to take them there. I have belief in him, man. And then the Minnesota Vikings. And then, as you know, with the Vikings, Brian Flores, bro, that's all you need, bro. All you need is Brian Flores as your head coach, and he's going to go make things happen, bro. As you've seen last season, Vikings didn't really have a good season, but they beat good teams just solely off having good defense, bro. And I don't see it changing, even though they did lose a couple players in free agency. Vikings sleeper defense to have. I mean, it's like people don't really draft defense till those last rounds. But if the defense that you wanted gets taken, that's where this list comes in handy, bro. Because you might not know what defense to grab, or later on in the season, if you need a defense, because your main defense is on bye. This is where this list comes in handy. And then you got the Chicago Bears. Last season, led the league in interceptions. Their DBs are great. And Jalen Johnson should be good to come back this year. So I love the Bears. And they're only getting better, bro. They're pretty much getting to that Super Bowl or bust area of NFL teams. So it's all speculation, it's all potential, but I want to be the one to call it first. Bears is a gem for that defense, and they're only going to get better, bro. And then the Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett being gone, of course that hurts, bro. He's the best defensive player in the NFL. But what other player would you rather have besides Jared Verse? That locker room is going to love Jared Verse, and they've always played stingy defense, bro. That's the reason why they stay in most of these games, because their offense can't click and their defense carries them, and they always have those crazy upsets where they're 10-point underdogs, 12-point underdogs, 14-point underdogs, especially in the division, bro. Browns aren't scared of anyone, bro. They've seen Bengals offense, Bengals offense, Ravens offense, Steelers offense with the best quarterbacks every year, 2 times a year, bro. Browns aren't scared of anybody. They know how to play all different types of teams. And Denzel Ward, one of the best corners in the league for a reason. So that is my sleeper list for pretty much every position in fantasy football, man. So if you like this video and you like any of these players or anything, drop a comment, drop a like, let me know what y'all boys think. It's going to be a great season. And I know if you win your league of any of these sleepers, shoot that follow, man. Follow me, message me, let me know what you think. And if you have any opinions or want any advice from me, you can always drop that comment. And I'm always looking for advice too. So if y'all got any players that I should be on the lookout for, let me know. But In and Out Records, I'm going to fuck with y'all boys later. The run is loading all football season.